What is up, Gerald? Welcome back to another video. Today we are back with another object shooter video. It's been a little while since we last did a video on my new video game concept, and today, as the title suggests, is basically a rundown of the lore slash storyline that I want to start from when I do eventually make my game. Alright, so to start off, I want to say I'm not 100% sure whether I'm doing the lore in a campaign mode, or if I'm doing it throughout like little hints in the maps and challenges and whatnot. But if we're going just off of this being a campaign mode, maybe we start off with a campaign mode, and then as time goes on, maybe we add more campaign later on as we go on throughout, and we add to this big world and story as the years go on, or the hopeful years of this game going on. I don't necessarily want it to be like Call of Duty, where every year they release a new game and it's basically the same thing, but now the campaign is a different lore, or even if it's a sequel, it's still completely different game-wise. You know, I don't want to like clog your space up in your console, because I know how annoying that is. So I'd rather keep it within one game and keep it as replayable as possible. So, you know, you can go back to the campaign at the very start, and you can go through and see all the lore from when it first started, and then obviously up to whenever the current day is. So, with that all out of the way, let's start talking about the actual lore itself. So, to start off, the main setting is between these two different fictional countries, one that is demilitarized and one that is directly bordering it, that is a militarized country. Now, this demilitarized country needs to defend itself from that militarized country because it decides to invade. Now, the reason for this is the demilitarized country has a lot of resources. It's a very resource-rich country, and they had formed a partnership in the past in, you know, sharing resources in a sort of like trade way, you know. So when the country was demilitarized, it was able to gain protection from other countries by that militarized country, as well as being able to open a like trade route between the two. And with the oncoming invasion of that country that used to be their protector, turns to a corporation known as Bimtendo, and that company or corporation helps manufacture weapons from everyday objects, which is where we get the name of the game, Object Shooter. Obviously that's just our working title. Please, like I've said before, let me know what you want the actual title to be, because I feel like Object Shooter is a kind of basic name. I'd like something else, and I'm not sure what right now. Anyways, this corporation helps manufacture these weapons and tools and whatnot that are using everyday objects, because it's the easiest thing to do with an invasion that's really fast, and there's no other countries that really want to get involved. So this corporation basically takes everyday objects from the country, and because it's resource rich, it has a lot of these manufacturing like factories and whatnot that have been making these objects that can be made into weapons, and basically helps protect the country from an invasion. Now, unknowingly, until probably around the midway point of the main campaign, would be that Nintendo has actually been working with this invading company the whole time, plotting this invading country. They didn't actually think that objects would work as guns, and it turns out that it did, but they're still going through with the invasion because obviously they think the real guns, the guns that have been working for many years, will do way better and serve much more functionally than objects, and hence they continue funding the invasion, because they need profit. You would also learn that Bimtendo by this point was struggling to gain any profit and was actually losing some popularity in their products themselves, so they turned to military funding, and specifically the militarized country, in order to invade the demilitarized country, so that both companies could, or both Bimtendo, the company, and the country can gain resources and money. And this sort of partnership between the country and the company was the reason why there was an invasion to begin with, and obviously they're both fueled by greed and need for money. Maybe the invading country is a bit of a poorer country, so they really need these resources to sell to other countries worldwide, basically. And you'd go through as a character or a couple characters, and you'd eventually piece together all these bits of story together to some thrilling conclusion that's not yet figured out. Of course, like I said before, there will be like sequels, quote unquote, that are built into the game later on that basically continue world building and the lore of the story. We may go just straight into the future, we could go even to the past and the history of both of these countries and how they formed this partnership that was eventually broken into the main story. You know, we can go wherever we want with this, but that'll be for whenever we make the game. And with that, I think we have gone over everything that I currently have for the lore and story. Like I said, let me know what you think the title should officially be called. Also, let me know what you think about the story right now. Let me know where you think we should go with this in the future. And go check out some of the other videos I have on Object Shooter. The playlist will either be in the description or in the iCard. And if not, and if I forget that, then it'll be in my channel page. Just head over to the playlist and it'll be the Object Shooter playlist, and you'll be able to see all the other videos that I have. And also, if you have any recommendations on objects, everyday objects that you'd like to see turned into a weapon of some kind, whether that's a grenade or a LMG, sniper, whatever type of weapon you want it to be, I'll see if I can fit that into this. And with that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, follow the socials, and join the Discord. Those are in the description down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.